The Zaxkar Empire had ruled the Milky Way with an iron fist for 300 years. Their massive warships, each the size of a small moon, darkened the skies of 1,000 worlds, and their soldiers, 8-foot-tall reptilians with scales harder than steel and eyes that glowed like molten gold, crushed all resistance. Dozens of alien civilizations had fallen before their unstoppable advance. No species dared to challenge them, that is, until they found Earth. At first, the Zaxkar laughed. The planet was empty, its cities standing like silent monuments to a lost civilization. Magnificent structures of glass and steel reached toward the sky, but no lights shone in their windows. Scans showed no signs of the civilization that had clearly once thrived there. Only strange metal pods deep underground, each containing what appeared to be sleeping humans in facilities scattered across every continent. Primitive survival chambers. The Zaxkar commander, Supreme General Vector, hissed to his crew aboard the flagship Eternal Dominion. His forked tongue flicked out in contempt as he studied the readings. They feared something and hid like cowards. Mark this world for resource extraction. Strip it bare. That was their first mistake. Deep beneath the Earth's surface, in bunkers designed to last millennia, 10 million humans slept in cryogenic preservation. They weren't hiding from a threat. They were waiting for the stars. 100 years earlier, Earth's greatest minds had realized that humanity wasn't ready for the cosmos. Their technology was advancing, but their bodies were still too fragile for deep space exploration and the challenges it would bring. The solution? Put humanity's best and brightest, scientists, soldiers, engineers, and leaders, into cryosleep while nanomachines slowly enhanced their bodies, generation by generation. When they woke, they would be ready for the harsh realities of space. Each passing decade brought new improvements. Bones reinforced with carbon fiber, muscles enhanced with synthetic fibers, neural networks augmented with quantum processors. The Zaxkar mining operations, their massive drills piercing deep into Earth's crust, triggered the awakening protocols. Sarah Chen, former quantum physicist and nanoscience specialist, was among the first to wake. As the cryopod's lid slid open with a soft hiss, she flexed her enhanced muscles and felt the strength of her carbon fiber bones. Her neural implants connected instantly to the bunker's systems, downloading 3 centuries of recorded history through the facility's quantum computers. "They're strip mining Madrid," she said to the others as they woke, her augmented mind processing the tactical data. "These Zaxkar think Earth is abandoned. Their mining operation has already destroyed 3 city blocks." John Martinez, former Special Forces commander, grinned as he tested his new capabilities, lifting a 3-ton piece of equipment with ease. "Then let's show them the welcome wagon. I'm reading thousands of their troops on the surface. Perfect odds." The first Zaxkar mining operation disappeared without a trace, 40 heavily armed alien troops vanishing in the night. The second exploded in what appeared to be an equipment malfunction, their own plasma drills turning against them. By the third, the Empire knew something was wrong, but they couldn't imagine what they were facing. Humans enhanced by centuries of controlled evolution emerged from their bunkers worldwide. Their bodies were stronger than Zaxkar armor, their reflexes faster than Zaxkar combat computers. Each carried within them millions of microscopic machines that could repair injuries in seconds and adapt to any environmental threat. But it wasn't just their physical enhancements that made humans deadly. It was their creativity, their adaptability, their sheer determination. Centuries of sleeping enhancement had improved their bodies, but their minds, their human ingenuity, remained their greatest weapon. A team of 5 humans hijacked a Zaxkar destroyer using nothing but improvised tools and centuries-old military tactics they'd learned before their long sleep. A lone human engineer, Dr. James Wilson, figured out how to turn the Empire's own shield technology against them, imploding 3 warships with their own defensive systems in a cascade of beautiful destruction. The Zaxkar sent their elite forces to Earth, expecting to crush this unexpected resistance. Instead, they found their worst nightmare, an enemy that learned, adapted, and grew stronger with every battle. An enemy that had spent centuries preparing for this moment. Sarah led the assault on the Zaxkar flagship. her enhanced body moving like liquid metal through the ship's corridors. As she fought, her nanites adapted to each new weapon the aliens deployed, developing countermeasures in real time. Behind her, John coordinated the worldwide counterattack from a quantum-linked command center, human forces striking from underground bases across Earth with perfect synchronization. Supreme General Vector watched in horror as humans seemed to appear from nowhere, using his own ship's transportation technology better than his crews could. They moved like shadows, struck like lightning, and couldn't be stopped by any weapon in the Imperial arsenal. His mighty empire, which had subjugated hundreds of alien races, was being dismantled by a species that had slept through its own conquest. In the final battle, Sarah stood face to face with Vector on the bridge of the Eternal Dominion. He towered over her, his scales gleaming under the bridge's lights, but for the first time in his life, the Supreme General felt fear. "What are you?" he demanded, his soldiers lying unconscious around them. Sarah smiled, her enhanced eyes glowing with inner fire. "We're human. We didn't hide underground because we were afraid. We waited there because we needed time to become what we were meant to be. You just happened to wake us up ahead of schedule." The war lasted less than a month. When it was over, the Zaxkar Empire surrendered unconditionally to the newly formed Human Defense Force. Other species across the galaxy, hearing of Earth's victory, reached out for alliance and protection. The sleeping giants had awakened. Humanity had arrived on the galactic stage not as conquerors, but as liberators. Species that had slept through centuries emerged as guardians of peace and justice in the Milky Way. And in the decades that followed, when asked why they had chosen to sleep rather than face the stars immediately, humanity's answer was simple. Good things come to those who wait. Great things come to those who prepare. As Zaxkar learned too late that they hadn't found an abandoned world, they had awakened its guardians, and the galaxy would never be the same.